Good
morning.
morning. Can you hear me okay today?
I can hear you just fine today.
It's funny, you're quiet. I'm just not I'm gonna turn my speakers up on here if I can.
Okay.
You see? Okay, go ahead, talk.
Hello,
Oh,
hello,
I can hear
hello.
you. I
Okay,
can hear you better. My
good.
speakers were low on my computer, so.
I see.
So anyway, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm still, I don't know if you saw yesterday, I posted something. There's something super weird that happened. And so I come to my monitor yesterday
Mhm.
and I, I see at the top of my screen, there's a little black speck. And I'm like, okay. So at first I thought it was like dead pixels, and
Okay.
I'm looking and it looks kind of weird, and I'm like, okay, what the heck is this? And I go closer and I see kind of legs, and I'm like, am I hallucinating? I'm trying to scratch it, and it's not on the screen, it's inside the screen.
Okay,
It's
that.
like behind the glass. And I'm
Oh,
like, what the hell is this? Like, I mean, how does, like, I'm like, okay, well, I must be, it must be an optical illusion. I must be seeing legs when there's no legs because, my eyes are bad.
yeah,
And
yeah.
um so so then I leave and I go start dinner and everything, right? And I come back a little later, and um I see, let me just, I want to put it up. So you see that speck there?
Yeah.
So that little speck there, can you see legs?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
yeah, I can. It looks like a tick.
it looks like little legs, right? Anyway, so I leave, I go to do my dinner, and then I come back later,
Mm.
and then um it had moved. It was like lower than it had been. Like, you see
Okay.
where it is now?
Yeah,
Like,
I thought it
that's
was actually a comma at first.
it's
So, no.
lower.
Yeah, yeah.
So the speck had moved. It was lower on my screen, and I'm like, okay, this is trippy. How the hell does a bug end up behind your
Inside.
glass inside your monitor? And I'm like, okay, Julia, you're probably just freaking out. You're hallucinating. This can't be a bug. It's like, no, it's not possible. I leave again, and then I come back later at night after John's gone to work and everything. And I want to show Mateo. I'm like, Mateo, come and check this out. So I'm telling him to come down and look at it. And I'm like, it's gone. It's nowhere to be found. And then he tells me, no, 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 look at the bottom, mom. Now it's like at the very bottom of my screen. It moved and it crawled all the way to the very bottom of my screen. Like, it's crazy. There's a
Was it?
bug in my monitor.
Well, no, there's a bug in your computer. Is
No, my
that like a virus?
monitor.
No, I'm saying it's a
Oh,
computer bug.
yeah.
LOL.
It's
No,
like,
that's weird because everything is like closed in. So how does it possibly get in
right?
there?
It's like, it's crazy. Anyways, I'm like, okay, and now it's right there. I can see it. It's moving its legs once in a while, and I don't know what to do.
You
It's
know what
just
it
like,
looks like though? It looks like a tick because those things are like that and they got these little legs. And of course, because we are building on the property, I'm always leery about going out there. And Sheldon has had two on him. We were talking about that I think last week, and he ended up in the clinic with the one because I managed to pull the body part out, but the head got stuck in him, couldn't
yeah.
get it out. So they ended up freezing it and taking it out. And then he sends me a picture from inside because we have our house trailer out there while we're building.
Hmm.
There's a tick sitting on the toilet roll. Like,
Holy,
so that's kind of scary because how did, they usually jump on a person? Well, it's sitting on the toilet roll in the bathroom of the trailer.
wow, they
So
crawl around.
they do, unless it jumped off of them or whatever, but yeah, they're scary, and that's why as much as I would like to have a dog living in the country, it kinda scares me because if your dog is running around and gets full of ticks,
Hmm.
that's gonna be impossible to find on them.
Hmm.
Needless to say, our cats won't be ever going out. They will have a catio, which is a built-in patio
Oh,
for cats.
cool.
But my sister has one. It's really cute. The cats can come out of their little window and then they sit in the catio. If we're sitting on the deck, the cats will be in the catio watching us. So they're outside, but they can't actually go in the grass or anything.
Hmm.
So it's
Okay, so
scary.
I'm kung fu fighting today,
You are.
apparently. I am kung fu fighting.
Yeah, I was last week. Now it's your turn.
Yep. I don't know
Your
what's going on.
your lips are moving differently. Oh yeah, there you go. Guys, it's a live show. Anything can happen and usually it does. So
Yeah, sometimes it's my Lisa's sound, sometimes it's my kung fu fighting lips. All
yeah,
right.
you are.
I'm so out of sync. Sorry guys. This is how I feel this morning actually. It pretty
Okay, we said
pretty
we would.
exemplary of what I feel like. So,
That's what we said we wouldn't talk about it because then we feel like two complaining old ladies, and we're not. We usually fake it till we make it. But yeah, we're both sore and having a hard time. But you know what? Keep that smile going, and you'll be
yep.
fine.
I'm going to close some windows and see if that improves my I'm going to try not to close this window though, eh, my
Yeah,
Lisa, like I did
yeah,
yesterday.
yeah. We had a meeting, and she closed the wrong window, and all of a sudden she disappears
We were
completely.
gone. Yep. Okay, it didn't improve anything. So, oh, I'm going to stop sharing this screen. Maybe that'll help.
Maybe it's that computer bug.
Oh, it could be. Who knows? Anyway, so what's going on today? What did you do this weekend?
Well, before we go any further, and before I forget, we still have a
Oh,
pair
the
of
tickets.
tickets for Polly and the Goodfellow show, which is it's presented by Alkaline Entertainment and the Royal Legion. So it's at the Royal Canadian Legion this coming Saturday. So we had put a call out for people to send in names and why they want to go see the show.
Mhm.
Some people did comment and they didn't actually say why they wanted to go see the show, but they commented and said, Jeff Brunet is doing wonderful things for the community. Shout out to Jeff. I know he'd like to hear that. But we've collected some names. They're going to be going in a hat, and we are going to do a draw for the tickets at 10:45 today, right, Julia?
Well, around that area because we do the test
Taste
taste
test.
test at that time too, so we'll
Yeah.
we'll have to
So
see how it
around
goes. But anyways,
around.
if you are interested in winning the tickets, you can comment right now in the chat box,
Yep.
and we'll put your name in. So
Yeah,
just
and it's a good little pair of tickets. Values they're $25 a ticket if you buy them in advance. So there's
mhm.
$50 of tickets that you can win. So it's a good
So
little
what's
deal.
the actual date?
It's Saturday, June the 25th, which is
Uh-huh.
this coming Saturday at 8 o'clock at the Royal Canadian Legion.
Okay.
So it's the first of his shows that he's doing because, of course, he's been gone for 2 years as well. So he's
Yeah.
anxious to party with everybody again because it's been 2 long years. Nothing
Mhm.
has happened due to the C word. That doesn't exist apparently anymore because we don't hear anything about it, so it's good.
Is it though?
Well, you know what? I know you are still wearing a mask depending where you're going. I am
Yeah.
too, and I was in Walmart yesterday, and I felt like, I was alone. Like,
Yeah.
I out of the
I feel
shoppers
very out of place now
Out of the
when I go
shoppers, I
anywhere.
think I was the only one with a mask. There was a couple of, cashiers that had masks on, but I'm like, "Is everybody looking at me? Because I feel like I'm the
Yeah.
only one here."
Yeah.
But still, I'd rather be safe than sorry because it hasn't gone,
Yeah.
and I had a doctor's appointment last week, and, the doctor's office, everybody's got masks on, including the doctor, and 95s,
Mhm.
no cloth masks, and like he says, it's not gone. There's looking like probably another wave will come, and people still need to be careful.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
a lot of people have been vaccinated. A lot of people might have already had it, so, they're feeling that they're safe, but it's not the actual COVID that you can get right now. it's what worries me is the long COVID
Hmm.
because
Yeah, me
nobody
too.
knows.
And you know, they were
Nobody
saying that
knows.
Canada is very behind when it comes to tracking the effects of long COVID. Like if you
Mhm.
go into UK, there's a lot of studies that are being done where they're actually tracking and helping the people with long COVID.
Yeah,
And here in Canada, it's pretty much you get COVID, then you know, you recover, and then you're forgotten about, and you don't. You know, doctors are not really
they figure.
studying the effect
Yeah,
of long COVID. There's no, you know, anyways, it is what it is.
yeah. We
Enough
just
about that.
yeah. I've my picture's behind the screen, and I'm scared to move it because then I'll disconnect myself, and then something's gonna go wrong. So, but no, let's move on. But just to say that it's not gone. It's gonna be like the flu, and it's. I mean, it's not that it is like the flu, but it'll be like the flu kind of thing. It'll always be with us.
Yeah,
So you
it
just
is.
have
And
to
you
be
know,
careful.
that's what kind of really like I don't want to have done so much, because you know, at this point, us who didn't get it are like a miracle. Like we're a very
Mhm.
rare breed. And
Yep.
I don't want to have worked so hard for 2 years not to get it, to just end up getting it. Like it's
Yeah.
really I don't want these efforts to go in vain. Anyways,
Yeah.
that's just me.
Exactly.
All right, we're gonna stop because we're
Move on.
losing
Move
we're
on.
losing
Move
people.
on. Move on.
Move
We're
on.
losing. We're losing ourselves. Okay. So, peeps, what did you do for Father's Day? It was a beautiful weekend.
It
Beautiful weekend.
was, well, I mean, Saturday was not that great, but Sunday was beautiful. And did you see the car show?
I went to 2 car shows. I went to
Oh.
I'm gonna be putting my, weekend out and about up at some point today, but, I first of all, I stopped in at the Kinsman Farmers Market at
Hmm.
St. Lawrence College yesterday because I had to pick up something for our taste test, which we will be doing after.
Yeah,
And so
I'm
then on the
excited
way
about.
back, I knew there was a car show going on at, the Cornwall Square. So I stopped in, I thought, I'll take a few pictures and see what they've got there, and of course, they have the fast cars and the muscle cars and all this and that good stuff, and then I came across a little old man and his grandson, and they had their 1922 Model T Ford there. Oh
Oh
my god.
wow.
Such a neat car because he was telling me all kinds of facts and stuff about it.
Uh
I mean,
huh.
the thing's got wooden spokes, wooden floor,
Wow.
wooden firewall, like, it's really old. I mean, and it's not being souped up, nothing. Because you see them driving around, they're souped up, but this one
Mm-hmm.
is, like, authentic, and what's really nice is the story behind it. Because I am gonna be writing a story that's
Yeah.
gonna go in print, but, I mean, basically, the grandson is 18, and he had asked his granddad, "How much do you want for the car?" And the granddad gifted it to him.
Oh.
So it's super nice, but he's 18 and he can't drive it till he's 25 because it's an antique, so it's special
Oh.
insurance. But anyway, so I asked the question, is it automatic or manual? I'm not sure if you call it manual or standard.
Standard.
Anyway, he said it's neither. So I'm like,
What?
okay. So I end up sitting in the car, they're taking pictures of me, and I'm looking down. There's like three pedals. There's all kinds of levers. There's the gas pedal is not on the floor. It's on the steering wheel, and
What?
there's a handbrake, and there's three pedals on the floor, and and I'm like, okay. I drive a standard, which is easy because one of our cars is. I'm like, I had to have no clue what to do with this car. So he's explaining it to me. And he says he takes his grandson in parking lot so they can, practice driving it. I said, I think you have to practice driving
Wow.
it. There's too many pedals and levers and things. But no, it's going to be a interesting story. But what a different car. 1922.
Wow.
Super
I
nice.
was driving yesterday, going around everywhere trying to take pictures for our patio
Hmm.
feature that we're doing. Well, lost my pen. Our patio feature that we're doing for the month of July, and so I was taking some pictures, and I drove by the
Legion?
Legion,
Oh,
and there
yeah.
was like a
Car
whole
show.
bunch of cars there.
Yep. I
So
stopped
you
by
went to
there
that one
too.
too?
Of course, because I mean, I come down Cumberland to come back home, so I pulled in, took some pictures, and I mean, we used to have a lot of fast cars, muscle cars and stuff in my past marriage. So, of course, a lot of friends that we hung out with had their cars there, so I caught up with so many people, and then all I'm thinking is my kids, they used to hate going anywhere with me in Cornwall because I'm probably you. We know so many people that
Yeah, but I'm
something
not
that
like you. I just like you.
well,
You just
sometimes I could sometimes, when I'm not in the mood to talk, I'll avoid people and go down different aisles and stores and then end up running into them anyway, but, I mean, when it comes to cars, I love talking about cars and motorcycles, so that's kind of up
like
my
you're
alley.
the approachable secret chick. I'm more like a hi, hi, bye, bye. It's
Yeah,
not.
well,
I
when
don't
it comes
strike
to the subject
discussions when I'm on a mission.
yeah, well, I mean, I was on a mission, but when you talk start talking about car engines and stuff, and I know enough about all that because we did
Hmm.
have race cars and stuff, so I have to
Hmm.
kinda know what's going on.
Yep.
But, what it was really neat. They had a lot of cars at the Legion, and they had a band, and I
Yeah, I
believe there was
saw
a
that too. I was
barbecue,
hearing the
and
music and a
yeah,
barbecue, right?
it looked like they were having a barbecue
Yeah, I
as
was
well.
smelling the food as I drove by. I'm like, should I stop? And
But
then I
no
I thought, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go to the Loose Caboose and grab some $1.25 pogos because on Sundays they have corn dogs for $1.25. So
Oh.
so I bought a bunch of corn dogs and came back home.
Yeah, they no, they had it was a good event. They had, like I said,
Yeah,
2 big car
it looked
shows.
like it was happening.
It was. I didn't even know that it was on. There was a big sign, but, I mean, I'd probably driven by it all week, and, like, folks, if you don't go onto our website, theseeker.ca, and put things in our event calendar, we're not gonna know about everything. So
Yeah,
I talked about that a lot yesterday too, because the car shows, there's a
that's
lot of
good.
car shows.
I'm upset. Like this week alone, there was so many events that happened that we were not made aware of.
Yeah,
And it's upsetting, because then, you go on social media and you see that people are complaining that media is not covering their events. They're like, oh, the damn media, they don't even come to cover our stuff. And,
but
but
we don't
we
if we don't
can't
know
cover
about
it if
it.
we don't know about it. You need to send us a
Yeah,
press release or just even a five-liner saying what it is, where it is, what time it is at, and then we can promote it a little bit on our calendar of
yeah,
events. And what's on our calendar of events usually goes on to our
print
Facebook
version.
page as well, and in a
Yeah,
print version as well. So it's free. It's free advertising for you.
yeah.
So I don't understand why people don't do it.
Yeah, no, that's why everywhere I go, geez, I was gonna go pull out, this week's Seeker, but I don't have it around to show the calendar, but yeah, that's what I was showing, and there was a lot of people too that were saying that they really missed it. They hadn't seen it in a long time, and they
Hmm.
didn't even realize we were still around. So of course, now that we've got our new, I've got it, I found it. We've got
Okay.
our new format. They people were really excited about it, and of course, for everybody, you can always pick up a copy at the Seeker office in the distribution box. But
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, we started the calendar of events again. So anything that you do put on our online calendar at theseeker.ca automatically goes in print as long as you've entered it by the 22nd of the month.
Hmm.
So there's so much going on, and it is disappointing because we want to get back to that 4 pages and be the go-to place for events.
Yeah.
And now what's happening is we're reading about them after the fact
Right.
when we
And
could be going
that's
to them.
yeah,
So
and covering it and
yeah.
promoting them before.
Well, the other thing that I went to on Saturday was we 3 girls had a big, market out in Ingleside
Oh yeah?
in Memorial Park. I didn't know about it until Sheldon came
Oh,
across it on his Facebook feed. So I headed out there, but I felt so bad. It was a beautiful setup, and the weather was so damp
shitty.
and
Yeah.
so rainy, and some of them were under tents, which was great, and others were not, and it was like I went around, did my visiting, and I was so happy to get back in the car and jack the heat up because
Yeah.
I was
Oh, yeah,
so
it's like
damp.
it's that kind of weather on Saturday was really like, that's the kind of weather that you it gets to your
Mhm.
bones, right?
Yeah.
You go outside and it's just like it just
Yeah.
grabs you and makes you all bleh.
Well, the vendors were most of them were wrapped up in blankets, so
No
they were
kidding.
and then, of course, they didn't wanna move because then the blanket would fall off, and but
Right.
that was one of the comments too, that it was like they would chill to the bone, and
Yeah,
they
no
were there
kidding.
till, I
It's
think, from 10
it
to
was bad.
4,
Mhm.
so I could leave, but they couldn't. And then they, right at the plaza, the shopping plaza in Ingleside, they had like a family fun day event where they had jumpy castles and they had a train going around that was really neat because the guy built it himself.
Mhm.
Again, another story for the seeker. But, I was coming across all these interesting things on the weekend. So
Mhm.
there's a lot of great talent and a lot of stuff going on
There
in our
is.
city.
And I'm so excited because now we have more writers that we're welcoming
Mhm.
to the issue starting in July. And we're going to have more resources because, my Lisa and I are only but two people, and we
Yeah.
do everything from selling to layout to distribution to, writing to we do
Yeah.
everything. And it kind of is hard to
Well, it's
be
hard to find,
everywhere.
yeah,
Like,
and it's hard to find the time to do it all
right,
sometimes.
exactly, because we both have other businesses as well, so it's kind of
Yeah.
but now we are going to have some good writers who are going to be doing some interesting people stories and origin stories.
Yeah.
We want to try to focus on really like stories that you don't hear, so you'll hear that a business has opened and then you'll hear a brief, description of who the owner is, but we want to go in deep and we want to go and find out who this person is and tell their origin story and how they
Mhm.
landed in our community and where where they found their passion and how did they open their business or whatever it is that we're covering. So interesting people and interesting business stories and um, I can't
And
wait. And events too. we'll
yeah.
we'll cover like the origin of events.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and actually, if anybody's got any ideas, if there is some, because there's a lot of, that's what the seeker is all about, describe seeking the gems in our community.
Yeah.
So, if anybody has any ideas for us, you can always give us an email at info@theseeker.ca and kind of let us know who
Yep.
you think we can cover, because again, we're two people, we don't know everything.
Yeah,
Although people think
exactly.
we know everything, we don't.
We don't. We certainly don't. And I was going to go kayaking yesterday, but then my kids are. It's the last week of school this week, so there's a lot of exams going on.
Mhm.
So they needed to study and stuff, so we didn't go yesterday. Just skipped a week. But I can't wait. Like I hope and pray that he gets his passport this week because
Okay.
it's so long, eh, my lease. Like we've put in the application about 12 weeks ago
Wow.
and we still don't have the passport.
Wow.
Yeah, 12 weeks. Like there's a lineup, like there's a backlog of demands that are being processed that I called the Eric Duncan's office and
Mhm.
they told me it's at least 12 weeks before you get it, at the very least, unless you have um reservations and a
Yep.
date that you need to be out by,
Yep.
and you have proof of that. That's it. You're just waiting.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
anyways, I hope he gets it this week because I wanted to go next week. I've been researching places to go hiking near us in the States, though, like
Mhm.
in New York and Vermont. I know back in the day I used to go to Vermont quite a bit. I used to go to Stowe and Mount Mansfield, and it's just absolutely gorgeous.
Hmm.
But then I found that 2.5 hours away from here, there is a place in New York called Whiteface Mountain.
Okay.
And that looks just absolutely beautiful as well. So I wanted to go camping. I'm gonna try camping again.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, that was a story and a
Oh my god.
that was, yeah, well, good luck on that one. Who are you taking, how many
Yeah,
kids,
yeah,
who are you
all the
taking?
kids, but I think I'm gonna be doing a trial in our backyard. Um, just to
Well, it's not the same in the backyard. Go
no,
to
it's not. But
Sioux or something. At least go somewhere to a campsite.
oh,
The
I don't
backyard
know.
is not gonna be the trial run. Just go to the Go to one of the local campsites.
Yeah, but
They're
I
not
was thinking
far.
because right now I have two tents. Like, I had one little tent for two people, and then one other little tent for four people. Um, and I think that was part of the problem.
If you were all together,
If
it might be easier.
yeah, I think it might be better. So I'm looking. I'm in the market for a tent, people. Waterproof tent, please. If you have one for sale, let me know, or we can even trade for my two tents.
So how
But
many, what, like a six-person
a
tent
six
you're looking
person,
for?
yeah, just a six-person tent would be fine.
Yeah, so that might be better.
But I'm also compiling the. I got a piece that goes in the Secret this month about essential things to go camping,
Mhm,
and I was reading on tents and waterproof versus water resistant.
mhm,
So a lot of times you'll go and you'll see, okay, this tent is water resistant. So you think, okay, that's fine. I'm covered. Water resistance is great. Completely different than waterproof. You have to make sure that your tent is waterproof, because water resistant is just going to repel the rain a little bit for a little rainfall, not for a big torrential rain.
mhm.
Whereas waterproof is going to, keep you dry.
Well,
So,
that's what you want, because I remember way back when we used to go camping too, you'd wake up in the or the you wake up in the morning, everything was damp,
yeah.
if it had rained, so well,
Yep.
good luck. I'm anxious to hear how this one goes. 'Cause last
That'll be
time
interesting. Well, I need a
it went.
passport first. I can't do anything until he gets that.
Speaking of the passport, so how is it going across the border and coming back? Like,
Oh, it's fine. We can go gambling now.
oh, it is okay now? You
Oh,
don't have
yeah.
to have any of
Uh-uh.
these.
No. You still have to
Okay.
use the Arrive Can app. So you
Okay.
kind of, it's an app, and you just input in the app where you're going and when you're coming back. And, it asks if you have symptoms, I think, and if you're
Okay.
vaccinated. And you have to put in, like, the first time you use it, you have to put in your vaccination, the proof of vaccination and
Okay.
everything. But I don't even think that it's required that anymore, because I don't even think you need to be vaccinated anymore. I'm
Well,
not sure.
I
Anyways, it's right here. Like, that's
okay.
the Arrive Can
Okay.
app,
Okay.
and
'Cause I
it
know, I
just
think my
asks you.
mom said even for flights now they're dropping the vaccination
Hmm.
status, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it just asks you if you're why you're going. Are you going for, study, optional travel, employment,
Or pleasure.
whatever. Pleasure. Well, it doesn't say pleasure. It just
Well, we
says,
would be going for pleasure.
yeah.
No, no,
I've
we'd
been
be going
already.
for no,
I've
we'd be going for a business meeting. That's what
Okay.
we would be
Okay.
going
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
business meeting.
Wink.
Mhm.
Wink.
Yeah, yeah,
Um.
yeah, business meeting.
So. So I've been to Messina already once. So
Mhm.
I've been. I think it was a month ago or something. So. And I was so surprised, because before COVID happened, I used to go to Aldi a lot for a lot of my stuff. Like,
Yep,
I like to buy I like all the dairy stuff from Aldi. I find
yep.
their dairy is tasty. Anyways, and also, it was a lot cheaper
Mhm. I went
in
with
the
you once, I
States,
remember.
but it's not anymore. It's not. Like, inflation has hit the States, probably, I would say, even more than Canada. Like, yeah, it was I used to pay $1.68 for a gallon of milk, and is
Yeah.
it's about $4 now.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Well,
Yeah.
yesterday for Father's Day, and we had asked the question, how did everybody enjoy Father's Day? What did they do? So I said to Sheldon, so what do you want for supper? And of course, he said sushi because
Mm.
I have converted him. He loves sushi now. So anyway, like I said before, the best sushi is actually at Walmart, which is crazy. And you can watch them
No, no.
make it.
Love Sushi is the best
Well, Love
sushi.
Sushi, but I had it from Love Sushi, but I like the big, like
Yeah.
the big plate dishes trays at Walmart, and you watch
Uh-huh.
them make it, so you know it's fresh.
Yeah.
But about 2 to 3 weeks ago, they were $23. Yesterday, 25.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, prices are
Everything's going up.
really going up and the gas.
They used to have discount fruits and veggies at Walmart, and if you went to the discount rack, they would sell that stuff for like a dollar or two. Like there
Mhm.
was never anything more than a dollar or two
Yeah,
dollars. That's what it was.
and
Well,
what is it now?
now every time I go there and check, it's like three, four, $5. The
Wow.
discount fruits is three, four, $5. Like,
Yeah, everything's
anyways,
gone up.
that's another thing you want to watch for in the seeker that we're planning to do in the next little while is like ways to stretch your money.
Mhm.
Articles on ways to stretch your dollar.
Well, speaking of stretching dollar, I stretched mine really well. I
Did you?
visited Serendipity Boutique last week and I shopped for $0 and I got
You
myself this fancy schmancy dress.
$0?
Yes, because they have the little card that every time you spend $10, you punch,
Oh,
right? So
yes, yes, yes,
when you've
yes.
got 10 of them, I think you get $10 free. But
Oh.
I'm bringing that up only because I used mine up. Now, it's called the loyalty card, but they
Hmm.
ended the program May 31st. They don't give them
Okay.
out anymore. You
Okay.
can still get your card punched till August 31st, and they're still accepting full cards, but they're not giving any new cards out. So your existing cards, use them up, you know,
Okay.
until August 31st. I think they may be, stopping taking them at some point. So if you're like at 9 punches and you just need that one more, kinda get it used up, that's what I
Yeah.
did. Instead of you forget it in your purse and then,
Right.
by the time you remember and you've got all of them filled, then you can't use it.
Yeah.
But no, I love that place.
It's great. Like
I love that
it's a
place.
great way to save money. That place, and then the Salvation Army as well
Yep.
is another nice one.
And you're
Uh
giving money to where it needs to go, because
yeah.
Serendipity goes to the Baldwin House.
Yes.
Salvation Army goes to the Salvation Army to help people out there too, and the Agape goes to the soup kitchen. So it's great. Like, I mean, I would rather shop there first,
Yeah, me
and then if
too.
I can't find what I need, then I go elsewhere. But the thing with Serendipity, a lot of people think because it's like they call it the shabby chic boutique, they think the prices are high, but
Oh
I mean,
no,
a
they're stupid.
dress is I think a dress is like 4
4.
or $6. I can't remember. I
Yeah.
actually will post the price list. I took a picture of it. I just have to
Okay.
find it. And I mean, shoes are like $5 or $6.
Yeah.
Purses are 5 or 6. Coats are like $6.
Yep. Yep.
It's
And it's like,
amazing.
it's a good way to stretch a dollar. And
Yeah.
like with the price of everything going up, like, I mean, seriously, you look at the gas prices, and
Oh
we're
my
like
god.
double what it was last year, double
I
what it was last summer.
I know I filled, I used to be able to put $20 in that my little Micra, and
Hmm.
now it's like 40. So I went to the gas counter there to pay it, and I said, "Well, I guess 20 is now the new 40 because that's what it
Well,
is.
you're
It's
lucky because
double."
mine is now like $100 to fill up. Like it used to be 50. Now it's $100 to fill up.
Well, I
Like
didn't. I
it's
mine actually had gas in it. If I fill
okay.
it from empty, it's $68.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, it's a lot of money. Like it's a lot of it's
Hmm.
and you know what? I was reading a report last week about how the gas companies are actually they have doubled their profits since
Yep, I
last
saw
year.
that.
So it's not about like, the gas price is going up really. It's about freaking corporate greed,
Yeah,
you know? Like
yeah,
it's corporate greed.
yeah. It
And
is.
it's infuriating because it's bringing the price of everything up. Like
It is.
it's going to be like come fall, it's going to be scary.
Yeah, it is. Well, Calgary. I talked to my kids a few days ago, and I think it was like at 175 there when we're like over $2 now.
Wow.
So
Yeah. Well, like it was 202 this morning, and I was like, "Whoa, that's cheap. I better go gas up."
yeah,
You
because it
know?
was 209. I
Yeah.
never paid attention to
Yeah.
the gas prices. I just put it in because I mean
y-
I need gas, so I'm gonna put it in. But now it's like, oh my God,
It's
crazy.
crazy. I'm sorry, My-Liis. Talk about something or whatever. I have to take this. It's my son.
Okay, well, I'll talk about some events that are coming up. So on Thursday, I started a thing called the Mood Walk. It's put on by the Canadian Mental Health Association, and for 8 weeks you meet at the Lamoureux Park at the band shell at 6:30, and we go for an hour's walk. So I did the first one. The second one I didn't end up going because it was my mom's 89th birthday. So, of course, I opted to celebrate with my mom and my sister and the family. And last week it was torrential downpour. So, we didn't do the mood walk. So, this Thursday, I will be picking up Seeker Chick Julia at 6:15, and we're going to be meeting at the band shell at 6:30. Are we not?
I guess we are.
Good, because the first mood walk she was supposed to meet us there and forgot.
Yep.
So if I want her to go, I have to pick her up. But
Hmm.
yeah, I think that's a great idea because you end up chatting with people that you may not
Yeah, but
know.
I'm
And
so antisocial. I don't like chatting with people. Actually, I'm saying that, but you know what? I want to say that I have over the weekend, I've actually found a meeting and I sat down in an Al-Anon meeting um during like on Zoom. I did a
okay, I
Zoom
was going to
meeting.
say actually in person, no.
No, I didn't go in person, but I
Hmm.
did a an Al-Anon uh Zoom meeting.
Hmm.
I needed to.
Get some
And it's funny
guidance.
how the universe sends you what exactly what you need sometimes,
Hmm.
because the woman who shared, like, I'm not gonna go into details because it's
Hmm.
anonymous, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, somebody shared something very similar to what I'm going through right now, and it kind of encouraged me.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, no, I'm good. I ended up actually going to one of those many, many years ago. I wasn't really, it didn't feel like a fit to me,
well, I,
but
I went to one in person and it didn't fit. It didn't feel like a fit to me either. But this one was kind of, I don't know, it was different.
good. Good.
Yep.
You were meant to be there, and
Yeah.
that's everything happens for a reason.
Right.
So anyway, I there's a couple of events because I'm gonna forget, and it's 10:37. We've
Okay.
like
Chatted
gabbed
till then.
for so long that, and we didn't have anything to talk about. So anyway, this Friday, 24th, the art walk is on. It's gonna be
Yay!
exciting. Downtown Cornwall is gonna be full of buskers and music and artists, and it's gonna be really good.
Oh,
Plus,
I
there's
hope
a
it's a nice day. Is
I
it
hope
supposed to
so
be
too.
sunny? Hey
I
Google, is it sunny on Friday?
I hope so. It's fun for the whole family. They've got a children's area, and all of downtown Cornwall is going to be full.
Said partly cloudy with a high of 81.
Ah, no, as long as there's no rain, but good. So
Yep.
from 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock, check it out. We've got a stag. We're doing a stag Friday night.
Oh
I'm so
no.
disappointed. We're out in Finch, so I'm gonna probably
Oh
run through the art walk.
no.
I've got maybe 1 hour that I can run through, snap a few pictures because I really, really wanted to go. And then we're gonna have to head out around
I was gonna say
5:30.
let's have dinner.
We can't. We gotta head out. We gotta be set up by like 8 o'clock. So in Finch, and it takes a couple of hours to set up.
Sheldon can do it alone.
Well, I have to go with him, and you know what? I don't want to drive out there by myself because I do not like driving home at night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do well at night. Plus, a couple of times animals have run out in front of us, and I'm like
Mm.
terrified of that kind of thing. I don't know if I would be fast enough to react because I mean, I'm not talking little animals, I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
big,
big, big.
like stuff like that. So it's like I don't like driving those country roads at night. So
Yeah,
that was the option too. I'd go out later, but then I'd have to drive the car home, and I'm not sure if I want to do that. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking,
Maybe I'll
but
drive you to Finch.
ah, aha. Yeah, actually that would work for me.
I could drive you to Finch.
Hey, that would work for me as long as I'm there for the start of the stag. That would work. Let's
Let's
plan
talk.
something. Yeah, let's talk. But yeah, no, I'm leery on the driving, but if you want to do that, I definitely would like to go because I
Hmm.
was like so excited, and then that
Yeah.
came.
I mean, it's a big deal. The art walk is like one of the summer's best stuff,
It is. It
best
is.
things happening in the summer.
Yeah, so it's
It'll
gonna be
kick
really
it'll
exciting.
because it coincides with the end of the school year, so it kind
Yeah.
of like. Nice. Okay.
And I'm
Well,
sure Kleinhaus Gallery is still gonna be open too that night because Kleinhaus is open
yeah.
Thursday, Friday,
Yeah, they
Saturday.
usually have like the artwork flag right in front of
Yep.
there, you
And I
know?
know
So it's part
the
of the
Vantage Point show is still on. It's on till July 2nd. So if you haven't gone there, go check
yeah.
it out. It's
I'll go check
beautiful.
it out.
It's
All right,
beautiful.
so it's time for
Or well,
Oh God. I
uh,
took this out and it smells so strong.
okay, well, I'm still waiting for the honey, but I guess that didn't come yet. So I had to go to the Kinsman market yesterday, and I picked up some pickles. There's a pickle lady there actually, Linda's Garden Goodies, and she's there once every 3 weeks. That's why I didn't see her last week. So she only goes every
Okay.
3 weeks. But so I picked up. You've got one jar. I've got the other. So you've got the
String
extreme
beans,
yellow bean, which
extreme
is
yellow beans.
because I know
And then,
you kind of like hot stuff.
yeah,
So that is a pickle made with peppers. And
okay.
I also picked up pickled asparagus pickles. Now this is made with like a dill pickle mix.
Okay, that's nice.
So we've got two
And then
different things.
she brought me my asparagus in this jar.
And I have my asparagus in the matching jar. Well, asparagus, I have my
Your
beans in the
beans,
matching jar.
and
And
it
it's
says
uh,
drinking with my nomies. I thought it
did
was
you
so
like it?
cute. Yes. I love
I
it.
had managed to pick up two of them, and I thought, okay, one's for Julia, one's for me. So
I bought a bottle of wine yesterday, so
wow,
after, whenever you want, you can come down and bring your nomies glass and we'll be drinking in my backyard.
I know I'm not really one to drink out of mugs or
But
glasses
I
like
mean,
mason
this is
jars, but you know
fancy.
what? I can bend the rules for once and not use a wine glass. I can handle that. But so
All
cute,
right.
eh? Drinking
Yep.
with my nomies.
Yep. So
So what do you
which one
want
are
to
we
try first?
starting with?
Well, let's do. I don't know,
You
cause
want to do the asparagus first?
yeah,
Asparagus
me
first?
and hot, and that's why you've got most of the hot stuff. Cause I don't think I
Yeah.
can eat any of that after. But
Okay.
we'll try the
So
asparagus.
let's do the asparagus. And I'm going to try to find a nice little spear.
I
Okay.
was intrigued with that. I love asparagus. I love
Me
fresh
too. I
asparagus,
love
but
it. I have two
pickles?
bunches to make in my
Oh, I have
fridge
one.
right now. Okay.
What
So
are you
here
doing? A thin one or a thick one? Oh, you
I'm
got two.
doing two thin ones.
Okay, I'll do two thin ones too.
Okay.
All right. Oh,
So, and I love dill, so
one of
that's
mine
awesome.
doesn't have the end to it, but that's okay.
Okay. One, two, three.
Let's see. Mm.
Mmm.
Mm. Love, love. I like it.
Mmm.
Mm. I wasn't sure
What
what
a
you did.
great combination.
Yeah, it is.
Dill and asparagus.
Yep. And so it's kind of a sweet dill. It's good. And the asparagus is really crunchy. It's good.
Mmm.
Mm.
I love this. What a great idea. It's like an asparagus dill
Mm.
pickle.
Mm-hmm. Before I forget, and again, it's from Linda's Garden Goodies. She's in Apple Hill, and she's at the Kinsman Market every third week. So she was there yesterday. So in 3 weeks she'll be back. But whoa, that was good.
Yep. All
I'm
right.
kind of scared of the other one myself
Ooh.
because it does smell quite hot. So this one is made with hot peppers.
Okay. So
This is
let's
something
try
more
this.
Julia would like because I don't do hot very well, but I'm willing to try it.
Okay.
I'm scared.
So here's my
It's a
string bean.
yellow bean. Yeah.
Okay. One,
One,
two,
two,
three.
three. Mm. Mm.
Mmm.
Mm. It's good.
Oh, I love that.
You can feel the hot kicking. At first, it's like, oh,
Mmm.
this isn't hot at all. It's like, oh, tongue on fire now.
Oh, this is so good.
It is, and that's why you got most of it because I just
Oh
have about
my
6 of
gosh.
them. You wouldn't think, eh? She had green beans, she had yellow beans, she had all kinds of different things that you wouldn't really think to pickle. Because I just think dill pickles, cucumber.
I love this. It'd be so great in a salad.
You
You
know what?
just
You
put
know
little
what?
slices of the beans in the
Yeah,
salad.
just a little kick to
Just
it. And
yeah.
this, even the asparagus would be good. But you know what she was telling me that people use this for in their Caesars instead of
A
it's
celery.
instead of celery, they're using a green bean for the stir stick and putting
Oh,
it in the Caesar.
that is really, really good. I'm impressed. I didn't think like I, we theoretically know that you can pickle just about anything,
Yeah,
but I mean,
but
it's
to
not something
taste
that
it,
I really go for usually, pickled stuff. But that's really, really good.
my mother does a mean pickle beet, and I love
Oh.
pickled onions and stuff like that. And pickled cauliflower. I love the mixed
Yeah, pickled
pickles.
cauliflower is one that I've
But
I've
this
grown up eating.
But
But
I'm actually impressed. Well, here's my Nomi cup. I'm impressed with the Nomi cup too,
yeah.
but I was kind of worried because the bean is a hot pepper, and again, folks, I have to really watch what I eat because I have the
Oh, I
awful
love it.
heartburn problem. But it's not that bad. You can taste it, but it's not that bad. So
It's really good. I love it.
it was. So again, kudos
Very
to
different.
Linda's Garden Goodies.
Yeah. I
Really,
love
really
discovering
good.
all these little places. And
Well,
Linda's in Apple Hill.
yeah. But you could, but they're all at the market,
Yeah.
at the Kinsman Market on
Mhm.
Sundays. So that's kind of where I head on a Sunday to get some ideas. So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
what,
what's happening with the waterfront market?
they're not, they're not doing it in the park, but I know they've got Garlic Fest. They're going to
Mm,
do a Garlic Fest. Let me just look because she wrote an article for it.
mhm.
And they were at the Cornwall Square and they will be going back to the Cornwall Square in the fall, which
Okay.
was great. It was a nice location, but I don't know, for some reason they're not there right now. She's got on Saturday, September 17th, we will host the 8th annual Eastern Ontario Garlic Market.
Okay.
So right now they're looking for people to join that, and I'm looking to see where will it be.
Do you know if the Leon's market is still happening?
It's not Leon's, it's the Brick.
The brick, yes, I
And
mean.
yes, it is, because I went to go and visit it because Sheldon had this thing for strawberries, local strawberries for
Mhm.
Father's Day. Of course, Father's Day, I treated him because it's not every guy that's building me a house. So, I
Yeah,
mean, I kind of treated him. He spent Father's Day putting up
building you the house.
roof trusses. So I thought, what if he wants something, I'll go out and find it. So
Mhm.
yeah, I went headed out there, and I know it's on till 12, but it was like around 11:15. Everybody was packing up because the weather was so nasty. It
And
looked
it's on
like it was going to
Saturdays,
be,
right?
yeah. So that's on Saturdays, and I think it's like 8 to 12 at the Brick.
Mhm.
That's still on, and then we've got the second farmers market on Sundays, but I didn't end up getting strawberries, but I did get them from Avonmore Berry Farm, which has a stall on Cornwall Centre Road. They've
Okay.
got their strawberries out, and oh my god, Julia, like, there's such a big difference from the strawberries that you buy at the grocery store
Yeah.
because they're
Is it,
hard.
like, right in front of the Jehovah's,
Yeah,
okay,
it's not
that's where it
Jehovah's,
is.
it's the Mormon church.
Okay.
It's at the Mormon church. But I
Okay.
mean, you can tell that they were freshly picked.
Yeah.
They were just so strawberry-ish. They were so, so good.
Yeah. We should go pick some strawberries.
You know what? We should.
We should go.
We
Take the
should.
kids and go. It'd be a nice little activity to do.
Yeah, definitely we should. I think this is certain things that we should start doing together because we haven't done anything together
Yeah.
for a
For a
long
long
time.
time. Yes.
I know. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's one good thing. But let me just see if there's any other events before we go. Now there is tomorrow. Nancy Baudette is
Uh-huh.
performing at the Salem Church in Somerstown at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
It's a fundraiser for CHEO,
Mhm.
and donations, you give your donation at the door. And the event is hosted by the Williamstown Historical Society and the Glengarry Living Archives. I don't know if you know Nancy, but Nancy used to
Yes.
own Sign at Signs with
Yes.
Noella, and she's such a nice lady. But she has now been touring. She's been writing songs. She's got, like, I think, eight. CDs out. She's really doing well.
Interesting.
But she's from Ontario, like she's from Cornwall, Eastern Ontario.
Cool.
So I think she's even living in the States right now, but like she's done really well for herself with her songwriting and her singing. So if you want to read more about her, go on theseeker.ca. I posted an article last night all about Nancy, so it
Okay.
talks about her there. And we've talked about the Klein House,
I think
yeah,
you need to do your draw now.
we do. But I do want to say July 1st, I have taken a booth at the Lost Villages Museum. There's a
Okay.
vendor's market. I will be there with my mother and her hand painted flower pots and gnome stuff.
Okay.
I'm so
And there's
excited.
like July 1st, there is also the Cornwall Canada Day is happening this year.
Hmm.
And then, of course, don't forget that Rib Fest is coming.
Yes, and that's a big thing in your life. Now, did we get any other names? Because I am putting all the names in. I've
Nope.
got Ryan McKay. So we got Ryan McKay, Suzanne Bailey Walker.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Phyllis Thoreau.
Mm-hmm.
We have Yogi Jodoin.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Cindy McDonald.
Okay, so let's do it.
So we do have a few names. They're all in my suitcase. My cute little suitcase. Such cute. Look at this. Look at this. My satchel.
Aw.
So cute. I wish I had somebody here to pull the name, but it's me. I have nobody here.
It's okay. We're seeing if you're cheating.
So they're all in there. Yeah, obviously I can't cheat. It's kind of hard to cheat. So I got a name, and it is Yogi Jodoin.
Okay. So, Yogi, we will be contacting you, and you can pick up your tickets
Ticket.
at Mai-Liis's Seeker office.
Yeah, a pair of tickets.
All right. Awesome.
Wonderful. So that's that. Oh, we
So
have
we're
6
working
minutes.
really hard on the July issue. So this one is called Summer Vibes. So if you have anything that has to do with summer, there's going to be a few features, and they will have to do with where you can go on a patio in town. There's also uh, anyways, I'm not going to reveal everything, but
Are you still continuing with this? The
I'm
selfie
wondering because the
contest?
participation has not been great, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not. But anyways, for now, you can show the page,
Yep.
and so we have a contest going on, people. If you're going to any of these places, you can take a selfie and post it on social media with the hashtag seeking no hide and seek Seaway, and
Hmm.
then there will be a $200 draw um, on it sometime in July. I'm not going to
Yeah.
commit to anything just yet because I'm not sure if I'm going to run it again. Sometime in July, there will be a draw for $200.
Yeah, if we get enough people, we'll put the names on our elimination wheel. I love
Yeah,
doing that wheel. So that's
yeah, me too.
what we're aiming for. But I mean, we have to have a few names for that. We can't just go with 4 or 5 names.
Right,
It's
right.
got to have lots of names.
So, anyways, if you have anything for our July issue, if you have any events happening in July, please go on our Seeker page at theseeker.ca, click on events, and then click on post an event,
Hmm.
submit event, I think it is. And you enter all your information, and then it'll be posted for free.
And it will appear as long as you're putting it in before the 22nd, which is coming up, I think Wednesday. It'll go in the July Seeker. And on
Yeah.
Julia, just so everybody knows, Julia lays out the magazine side, the Summer Vibe side. I do the Seeker side. And on my side, I'm doing a little double page spread for wedding services because we've been hit hard over the last 2 years. My weekend job is DJ assistant, wedding videographer, and I do custom wedding invitations. So of course I'm in touch with all the wedding vendors, that from week to week. So we've all been hit hard, and there's been some places that have disappeared. Some wedding vendors have pivoted, changed what they're doing and stuff. So I thought it was a really good time to put out put out a little spread on who's still around, who's available, because a lot of brides come to us to book the DJ and they don't know where to go for like an event decorator. They don't know who's out there for cakes or this and
Right.
that. So we're gonna do the squares just like this, and each square is $25. So you've got a square 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, which is a super good price
Mm-hmm.
for a square on the page. And then we can put, you can take 1 square, 2 squares, whatever you want, and
Yeah.
you'll have your name out there, so brides are going to know where to go. And the other part on that page is going to be 12 months before your wedding, what you
The
do,
planning,
what
wedding
the wedding
planner.
planning. Yeah, so it's a really good little feature, and then the ads are going to be around it,
Yeah.
because again, on it normally
Mm-hmm.
a bride can take a year to plan.
Yeah.
I mean, right now it's kind of not been like that, because since
No,
everything was
but
canceled,
you
people
know, looking to the future,
yeah,
somebody who's getting married in July of 2023 is going to start planning like now,
now. Oh yeah,
right? So,
we've already
so
booked
it's a
quite a
good
lot.
time to it's a good time to put an ad
It
for your
is.
services.
It is. And so I will be following up with people in the next few days, but you have till the 22nd to get your spot.
Okay. And then next week we have a very special show.
We do. I'm excited because again, it's a live show. We have no idea how it's going to go. And we've got two guys that are going to be doing this show the last Monday of every month. We're going to be doing a different show. So it's called
Um Closing the Gap,
Closing the Gap. So it's
right?
basically going to be, we're gonna have Julia and I, and we're gonna have, well, we may as well say
Yeah.
Stephen Duris and Ivan LaBelle, who host the Men Talk show on your TV. So we're going to be talking about different issues and different subjects, and we're, it's kind of going to be the male female versions, how we think, because we all know that we think
And you
differently.
know, the generational gap, the gap
Generation, how it
between
was, how it is now, all kinds of different things we're going to chat about. And we want people to take part. We want people to come in with us. We want people to comment. So it's going to be a very impromptu talk show, and I'm kind of
yeah.
excited because we don't know
Yeah,
how it's going to even go or where it's going to even go.
right? And it's going to be different from what we do usually, so it'll be
Mhm.
interesting to see how it evolves. I'm excited too.
Yeah, and the other thing too is if anybody has any subjects what they think we can discuss, please let us know. Again, info@theseeker.ca, or comment right here on the chat.
Hmm.
But
So next week we'll be tackling now and then, right?
yeah,
Like how things were,
with the
because we're
family
we're
unit,
the
with the
family
family
unit, right?
unit, yeah.
We're like four different generations, all of us. So you know,
Well,
Stephen
kind
is
of
a
three. Steven's in his 70s. Ivan and I are 60s.
okay.
And Julie is a baby. She's in her 50s. So,
Shh.
yeah, well,
Um,
I'm not saying any years. I'm not saying any actual years. So it's 50, the years 50, 60, 70. And it
yeah,
would be cool if we had
to
some
have some
younger
people from
people,
the 40s, 30s, 20s,
20s,
you
to
know,
give
teenagers
input.
even, just to change and exchange on how things were different back then and
How they
now.
are now, and your views, like your
Perspectives,
opinions.
right? It's
Yeah.
just different perspectives. All
Yeah,
right.
because
Well,
we had a chat with the guys, and it was actually kind of interesting to see what,
mm-hmm.
how things were then and now, and
Yep.
we'll see what happens. I'm excited.
Me too. All right, guys. So that's it for us for today. Hope you have a wonderful week.
And a super duper day.
See you next week at 10 a.m. Bye.
Bye.